Hi, today I'd like to talk to you about a device that a lot of people are buying right now, and it seems to be something that has become very, very popular in that it replaces the gauge. We manufacture gauges and they're great, except there's one feature about that we have found that makes them somewhat uncomfortable, and that's they are very delicate. They're very accurate, but they are delicate. If you drop them, you got their history. So I struggled with that and said, is there a way for us to come up with another way to measure the pressure that you should have in your inflatable? Every manufacturer of inflatables gives you a recommended pressure, PSI rating, that you should probably have. And it's good to have all of them the same, all 4 chambers or 2 chambers or whatever it is, with the right, or the same pressure rating. So what we've come up with is a device that will do that without the delicacy or the inaccuracies that come about by dropping your gauge. It's called the K-Air-1, and the K-Air-1 is simply a pressure limiting device. For most of you that know a lot of the inflatables have in their floor, they have a special valve that when they raft or kayak or whatever it is sitting in the sun and the sun heats up the air, you get an unusually high air pressure climb, and it can often damage your boat. So when I looked at that process and said, I wonder if there's something I can make that would work in the same fashion except in reverse. So we came up with this. And what it is, it's a pretty simple device. What we simply do with this is we insert the leaf field adapter, which comes with this device. But everybody gets a leaf field adapter when they get the pump. So you actually now have 2 of them. Put this on the end of the pump, and then you insert this device into the leaf field adapter or vice versa. Now we've just extended the length of the pump about 2.5 inches. What does this do? You got to do this before you even get started. There's a little knob that sticks out on the side of this thing. And what we do with that is we want you to grab it and just toggle it. We call it the toggle. We just rock it a little bit. There's a seal in there, and we want to break that seal. Because if you don't break the seal, you're going to get an artificial reading because it wants to stick. Anything that's rubber sitting on something for a long period of time has a tendency to adhere. So we break that loose. All we do is insert this into the valve and commence pumping. And when your boat hits 2.5 to 3 pounds, which is the standard recommended air pressure rating on most inflatables today, it automatically this thing automatically releases the air out the side. So you cannot overinflate your inflatable with this. It's really safe. So if you got 4 chambers or 3 chambers, you can be assured that each chamber is going to be the same. Now, there's another feature to this that a lot of people really like, and that's basically fire departments, search and rescue, rental places love this feature. What they do is they take this and put the plug, there's a plug right here that's attached to it. It's actually affixed to it. You take that plug and put it in here. You don't use the pump at all at this point. And then what you do is there's a cap on here because there's a Schrader valve in the top. Schrader valve is your bicycle tire valve, your car tire valve. And what you can now do is you can go over to your inflatable, put that into the valve, and take a air compressor hose and fill up your boat with the air compressor hose. And it's totally safe because once you hit 2.5 pounds of pressure, it exhausts the excess pressure. You don't have to worry about it. So you just walk around and clear off all your chambers and you're in business. Fire departments like this a lot, search and rescue, because what they do is they have a raft, usually on a trailer, sitting in the firehouse. They don't have it topped off. It's just up to shape. So when a call comes in, they got to go in a hurry. They grab this thing, they go around with the compressor hose, and then within a minute or 2, they got the thing topped off and they're on their way. And it's accurately topped off. The other people that like us a lot, and you don't have to be a rental business, but a lot of people that have rentals and they have multiple, sometimes 50 paddle boards that they have to top off every morning. Can you imagine how easy it is to walk along and just do it? Now, important thing when I say that, is this thing is designed for 2.5 to 3 pounds of pressure. A lot of the paddle boards are out there are anywhere from 12 to 15 to 18 pounds of pressure. So when you purchase one of these, make sure you get the proper pressure rating that you want. All the rafts for the most part in kayaks are 2.5 to 3, but there are a lot of paddle boards that start out at 10 or 12. And here's another feature that would be helpful. Somebody will come along and say, well look, my raft says 3 pounds of pressure or 2.5, but my floor says 5 or 6 pounds of pressure. Do you make anything that's 5 or 6 pounds? No, we do not, but here's what we recommend that you do. You put this on, and when it starts to exhaust, you take it off, and then continue with the pump, and just give it another dozen strokes, and you'll be right up to where you want to be. The higher pressures are a result of a technology called drop stitch technology, and it enables you to put more air into a confined area, and that which in turn makes that area more rigid, so it's easier to stand on or maneuver with. So basically, this little device here has turned out to be super great because it's tough. You can drop it in the water, you can throw it against a wall. It's not going to affect it one bit. It's really very durable and it's very simple. So take a look at it, give it a shot, give it some thought. Thank you.